So, got my hat on, working on the bench, got the bench all cleared up here. We're getting ready to put the tire machine over here, so I'm cleaning some of this off. We've just been clean, putting stuff away. So, figure while we're out here slaving away, I would go live. So, I got some license plates I'm hanging on the wall, so I'm cleaning those up. Getting all that cleaned up and looking good. So I got the Safari moved over. He's reharnessing working on the harness on his 5.3 right there. So I hope you can hear me. If you can't hear me, let me know. It looks like it's working good though. According to my little gauge at the bottom, looks like it's working just fine. So if you can let me know if you don't hear me, say I can't hear you. So we can work on that. What's up, young man? CCG. What's happening? Hope all is good. Hope that weld held together. Hey, a real quick thing on the weld. You're going to have to figure out the machine, what works best for you, the speed or the heat. And it's just going to take some practice. You're going to just have to keep doing it over and over again. I actually took welding in college down at American River College there in Sacramento. Way back when. So, Tyler Meek, can I borrow $150? Borrow it for what? It's got to be something really good. And I'd have to ask my wife because she has all the money. I'm broke. So if it was really good, absolutely. And it would have to be cleared through her. But, that's how it goes. So yes, DCG, just keep practicing and keep practicing and keep practicing. It sounded, we were talking, Ryder and I were talking here when you were doing it. It was sounding like there wasn't enough feed coming out, like it wasn't going fast enough. That's why I was going zit and then breaking away, zit and breaking away. Plus your thin metal to thicker metal. There was a lot going on there. It worked. That's the main thing. It worked, and that's cool that you're out there doing it. No problem. Hit that donation button on the side and donate 200, and we'll give you 150 back. Hey, that CCG's got that down. That's exactly how you do it. That's how you do it. So just go ahead and donate that on there, and we'll take care of it. So we are working today. We're getting the shop cleaned. We got things moved over. We got a little cover over the front fender when he was there welding away for the 55. We don't want to get that all damaged and looking good. So I got the Safari up front there, out of the way. I'm going to start working on that truck. That's why we're doing all this cleanup right now. I'm cleaning up. Of course, there's still a lot left. Well, that's the whiskey barrel. That's the bourbon barrel. So at some point today, we could take a swig. I'm sure I could find a cup. So we'll have to figure out a reason to take a swig. Beautiful cars, man. Thank you so much. I've been a car guy since my first time I saw a car. I don't know if my dad's watching or not. He could probably tell me better if that, what that's all about. But the very first car I drove was I don't know what year it was. I think it's a 57. It's that 3B Willys, the Jeep. Drove it up at the ranch that we were up there hunting at. And then I drove the 72 Blazer, I drove the 77 Blazer all the time with a 4-speed. So I really like that Safari. Don't think I've seen one in person. I've seen the 4 doors, but no 2 doors, nomad style. They're very, very rare. They made 4,000 of them, 4,000 and some change. And out of the 4,000, currently, they say there's 302 left. How they come to that number, I have no idea. But there's not many of them. I go to all these shows and stuff, and I know there's one in Redding. I've seen that one. There's one in Reno. But I haven't seen one anywhere else for the most part. They're around. I hear there's one up in Oregon. But it's, like I said, it's going to be going here pretty quick. You'll be surprised how fast we move on it. So We're going to get that 52 running first. So once the 52 is in here, I got the tires coming. In fact, I got my tire mount and lube, and I got my valve stems. We're going to do the tires all ourselves. I got my little hammer. This is kind of cool I got today. I got my little, it's a really nice piece. It wasn't very much money either. I forget what it was, but not much. And it centers the hub onto the dismounter. We bought a manual tire changer. And then if you're tweaking, they give you this little bubble wrap that you can tweak on it, and pop it off. And then we got the brush. We can wipe the wheel. It's pretty cool. And then we got the weights. Got new weights. So we're going to do that. Hopefully we'll do that this weekend. The tire changer is supposed to be here on Friday. Or the tire changer will be here, I guess, tomorrow. So we're going to get it mounted here in the shop. We're going to put it in the concrete. And then we're going to do a little, I saw another guy's video on YouTube. I forget who he was. I know he's out of Canada. He's done his into the ground. And I got the collar flipped up like Fonzie. He's does his in the ground. Then he bought some little plastic inserts, cut a little notch in them, and screwed the parts in. So when the tire changes out of the way, we're going to leave it mounted for a few days. That's going to be our next plan. So what are we at here? Love the orange bike. Reminds me of Amsterdam. So that's my wife's. It's called Claire. And that's her beach cruiser. And then we have the one right here. That's a Hurley, by the Hurley, clothing products. And that's a New York Taxi. And those are all 3 beach cruisers. We have 4 beach cruisers, and I also have a Big Ripper 28-inch bike that's down at my dad's. I ride it down there with my buddies. I'll get that light out of the way there. There we go. Beautiful car, man. Thank you, Matthew. I really like that. Okay, went over that. Safari's are cool. Okay, they got the bike. Any advice on replacing bad habits with good ones? Yeah, just replace them pretty easily. I replace bad habits all the time. I still have lots of bad habits. So you can always change next. You're never too late to change. That's just like a Datsun Unibody pickup, 1964. They only made 1,000, and there's only 6 registered. And I say those Datsun pickup trucks are cool. Yeah, they're really cool, especially the older ones. I heard the door open. Yep. So Ryder's in the house. Ryder's back.
Making a mess.
Making a mess. Your mic work? Let's see.
Making a mess.
Yeah, it's working. He's making a mess. So he's making a big old mess. I can see on the camera. So he stripped all of the what do you call that?
The loom.
The wire loom. He put all the wire looms off, and he's got them all retaped. And now he's been on the Google. He's a Google wirer, figuring out which wires he needs for what. He's got them all marked.
There goes Paul. Hi, Paul.
Paul? Let's see, Paul.
No, he didn't. He just drove by.
Oh, hey, Paul. I was like, I don't see Paul on here. CCG, 14 people in the live stream. Thank you, please. Smash the like button, subscribe button. It's free, and you might learn something. Exactly. It's free. It's pretty low, actually. I'm usually quite a bit higher on the live streams, but maybe they're tired, or maybe they're watching Seinfeld, or maybe they're watching the news. I don't know. Who knows? They might kick on here a little while. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Does it does. We're out here, like I said, we're out here just working away, just kind of plugging along. I'm out here getting this thing ready for the tire changer so we can mount our own tires. I like tire guys, and they're nice and everything, but at $30 a tire, I think I'm going to do my own from now on.
Well, especially I worked at a tire place for 2 years.
And Ryder worked at the...
And I was good at it.
He worked at the Schwab man. The Schwaber. Lester Schwaber. And he can do tires. I actually worked at a Chevron gas station for quite a while in a dealership, and we all had tire machines, so I've actually done my fair share of tires on the older stuff. Never done it on the newer stuff. But yeah, so I can change a tire. And I got a bubble balancer, so we're going to bubble balance it. Because, I think I think my skill level of bubble balancing will make it not shake, rattle, and roll. That's just kind of the idea. So, oh, this is good stuff. How many people out there go to the dollar store? Wow, that's too much. Don't breathe it. So I was spread. Woo.
It does that.
Hey, there goes Mark. Say hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
So at the dollar store, woo, they make this stuff called LA Awesome. It is the best stuff on earth for cleaning grease and grime, but it'll choke you out, as you can kind of see.
It probably takes about 10 years of your life off every time you use
Probably,
it.
it probably takes at least 10, 15 years. I'm sure it comes straight from China. Who knows what's in this thing? But this stuff is the best.
It's
Forget
awesome.
about all the other stuff. What's that?
It's awesome.
It's awesome. Right here. I don't get paid by the dollar store. If I did, they would pay me $1 or $1.25 now with inflation. But go get yourself some. Keep it flowing, because the more we can get, more people to buy it, the better off we are. I have to give a shout out to Mike Dill at Dill's Deli.
Oh, he told you about it?
He told me about it. And I was like, the dollar store? Really, Mike? You lost your damn mind. He's like, okay, then don't get it. I don't care. Be a dumbass. Don't get it. And I went, oh, I don't want to be a dumbass. I'm going to go try it. Well, I went and grabbed it. I sprayed it on. I used to have a food truck. And we used to spray it on the floors because you get grease all over the floors. And he was telling me it's the best degreaser on the planet. Well, I think he's right. It's pretty damn good. Well, it works really good on these old license plates that have been sitting.
You got to be careful. It'll take paint off. Because remember that little body sticker on the cab?
Oh, yeah.
For that 65 Chevy truck, it took that right off.
Yeah, so be careful.
It deleted the paint.
This stuff is probably toxic. I said it's probably worth a couple years off your life, so don't use it at home. Ugh. But yeah, you can buy it at the dollar store. I'm going to show you what it looks like here. I got a little towel rack underneath the bench here. Voila! And this one, I just sprayed it on and then gagged myself because I stood too close to it. But let's see how it turned out. If that's any indicator. Pretty good. Let me get the rest of it cleaned off here because I'm hanging these license plates.
here.
What's that?
It got cold in here.
You got cold in here? Yeah. Cooling off. Lucky we're working. Whoa, look at that. I don't know. I already sprayed it on this one, but this one's still got all the gunk on it. Not bad. It turned out pretty damn good. Awesome. Dollar store. It's freaking awesome. So yeah, there you go. CCG, we learned something today. Go get yourself some. It comes in a bottle like this, and I'll show you. It even has refills you can get. And I think they're more than $1. But you can also get this jug, and then you can get a big jug. This is the smaller jug. And then you get the bigger jug too. And then you can refill it. So awesome. That's what you need to go get. Go to the dollar store. It's a dollar store, right? Or Dollar Tree? What do they call Dollar Tree?
Yeah, Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree. There you go, Dollar Tree. Dollar to make you holla at the Dollar Tree. You will thank me later. Wear a respirator. Wear 2 respirators. Don't drink it. Don't breathe it in. Don't do none of that stuff. Okay, let's see here. Dusty Country Garage. I always want to say county. Dusty Country Garage. One of my faves. What's up? If you guys are on here right now, do like and subscribe, and then go to guys like Dusty Country Garage. Go to his stuff. His stuff's cool. Does really good. So Mike Rafferty, hi, classic car guy. There you go. Classic car guy, Dusty. Hey, everyone. Yeah, so make sure you guys go to these other people that are following along because they all have great channels. I go watch all their stuff all the time. You know, I like-minded people doing this car stuff. And then, it's very cool. And then if you want something to clean up your license plates or any grease or grime, it's awesome. better than that purple and that green stuff. Totally my opinion. But I've done a lot of cleaning, a lot of grime. And this stuff works like nobody's business. You can even do the, I gotta do the backside. Look at the backside. Ugh. Ugh. So at one point, this was on that Safari. Hey, we were talking about that Safari. That Safari come out of, what is it called? It's called
Grass Valley.
Grass Valley. Yep, come out of Grass Valley. Grass Valley, California. I don't know 100% of the story, just kind of what I remember. It was a gentleman's dad, was going to repaint it, fell ill, it sat for years and years and years and years and years, and then I came along. I bought it, and then I only had it a few months, and then I sold it because I had other obligations, because I, you know, my inheritance didn't come in and my trust fund didn't work out, so I had to sell it. And then I sold that wagon. I don't know if you guys follow me, seen my wagon. Well, not my wagon anymore. Sold it, brought the Safari back. Next weekend I get to start, this is Mike Rafferty. Next week I get to start in on the blower Pontiac motor. Oh, that's cool. Mickey Thompson Hemi is being a pain in the ass. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like pain in the ass, but can't wait to see the Pontiac blower motor. Tell the boy to message at 48 Cuddy, and he can run him down on the whole wiring harness. He used the stock wiring harness for his Cutlass. You hear that?
Someone used the stock harness.
Ooh. Yeah, so it's at 84_Cuddy, Cutty.
Oh, he was in a country.
So why don't you take your camera here and take a picture of that?
He was in a classic car guy stuff today.
Do you have his address?
I don't have his address. I
I just gave it to you. So it's at 84_Cuddy. No one makes lifters that we need all either too short or too long.
What is it?
It's right here. It's at 84_Cuddy.
Yeah, that's his YouTube.
Okay, you got it?
Yeah, he's on Classic Car.
Okay.
Classic Car Guys.
I just don't want you to miss it. So
Yeah.
he's got the whole 411 on it. Another license plate. Woo! That's the best. Those were in the back of the Safari. I'm not sure exactly when those were registered because there is no stickers on them. I don't know. I know the ones right here on the Safari I did earlier today. The last time they were registered was 85. So I think the guy's son actually re-registered them and then just never did anything, just had them sitting in there because they look brand new. They don't even look like they've been on the car. There's no screw hole in them. There's no nothing. So they're going to go on the wall because I got new plate for it. So here's what I got. I got a classic car plate for it. It's pretty cool in Idaho. I think this thing cost me $53 to purchase it, tax it, license it, and it's for 3 years. $53 for 3 years. And they sent me this plate in the mail so it could hit the road tomorrow if I had an engine in it.
We started working on it right now.
I should be working on it. Yep, see how good that plate is? Bam! Idaho Classic. So that's what you get, 53 bucks. Get yourself a nice little plate. And 3 years. And it's registered in the state of Idaho. But yeah, we've got it off to the side here because the 52's got to come in. We got to finish up this truck, get this 6.0 out of here. We're getting ahead of it a little bit finally. We finally got things kind of cleaned up a little bit where we can walk around and we got freedom in the shop. We got some freedom out here. We're almost everything almost off the floor. Not yet, but getting there. So it'll be nice once we get it there. And then make sure you guys go smash that subscribe button. It's free. And then everybody else you see chatting here, go smash their buttons. I would really appreciate that because they help me get over the top. These group that's on here right now were all on here the other day when I made the 1,000, which is, again, really cool. And then, let's see here. Yeah, so I don't know what to do about the lifters. I don't know what you're going to do. We can in Ohio. Can you get a lifetime plate in Idaho? I know in Montana my uncle can. Yeah, in Idaho, no, but 3 years for $53.
I got a lifetime plate on my trailer.
The trailers you can get them, but not the classic cars. That's the classic plate they offer. Looks like a white paper plate, even though it's metal. So in Ohio, Mike Rafferty said you can. And that's where that old man garage is in Ohio. I've been to Ohio once. Spent a week there. Mickey made his own, but that's not an option anymore. Yeah, I guess that's probably true. Back in the 60s, my dad was making his own stuff, and they were adapting things like, might look at maybe, here's an idea, maybe like a truck motor, maybe like like some kind of a diesel out of those Fords or, Power Strokes, or I don't know, maybe they have a lifter that can cross over. Start looking at those. Might have to machine them out, maybe they're a little bigger or something. Might be a thought. Just start digging through the pile. You might be able to find it. You just never know, especially a little bit of ingenuity. I've been looking at BMW ones. That's a good idea too. Yeah, anything. I guess you got to look at it all. You just never know what's going to fit. When I put airbags on my 56 Chevy, I was having a hell of a time trying to get shocks for it to get the right length and getting what was an 84 Toyota?
I think it was an 84 Toyota.
Yeah, it was 84 Toyota shock. We ended up getting for 84 truck, and it worked. So you just never know. We were at the parts store, and the kid was really cool. In fact, he was on the channel. I saw him today. I was in there buying some stuff, buying some oil for Ryder's car, and he was there, and so he was a good kid. And he was really curious that we were putting bags on and working on it. So he was very helpful. He didn't ask me what year it was, and if it had 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive. He didn't ask me all that. He knew that.
The other guy that didn't do much help did. He was like,
Yeah. So let's see.
"Well, can you just bring in a shock so I can referee it?"
Yeah, the lower one's less friction. Yep. Okay, Ontario, Canada. We have a lifetime plate now. We used to have to get stickers every year, but they done away with it a year or so ago. That's very cool. Very cool. And then classic car guy, rust. We got a lot of rust around here. We don't have any rust in the state. The state's fairly dry. We don't have big rotting issues. I mean, we do have rust, That 52 out there, I noticed, has some rust on it. It's got some floorboard issues on it to cut out. I didn't expect, but it has it. The key is knowing the full collapse and full extension measurement, then adapt the mounts. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yep, that's exactly what we did. And then we had tubular suspension on that, so we had to adapt the mounts to that. And we had a flat on the other side, so it was the difference between a bar or if it was a loop or whatever it was. But yeah, that's what we did we sat there for an hour or two. Sorry, I used to do suspension shop stuff. Yep, you're right on. And we were trying to adapt. So on my tubular A-arms I had, it had a tab that hung out the bottom of the hole, and it made for either a shock or made for a sway bar or whatever. It's how they put them on there. And that's what we were trying to adapt to. We were trying to keep it as minimal as possible because the thing was set up with bags and everything in it. And last thing you want to do is break out the welder and put more drama into there and then pull the bags and all that, especially since you don't see my lift here. My lift hasn't shown up yet. I'm waiting for the lift company to put one here so we can talk about it on YouTube with things on the lift with their big name on it. That's what we need. We need a lift. Because I'm old, getting on the floor is, I can get on the floor, it's getting off the floor. That's the problem. So what else you got going there, Ryder?
Just trying to get the connectors all apart so I can start figuring out which wires I'm going to take off, and then I can trace it back and take them out when I have them.
It's kind of funny when you start working on these things. You sure can find some hillbilly crap. Let's see. CCG, if you can, Jimmy, you and your son do me a favor and keep your eye out for a 58 to 64 Impala. I will buy them all. I will absolutely keep my eye out for them.
Oh no, Car Classics and Pocatello area might have one. There was a couple in the stuff I saw. I don't know if they'll sell the whole car or not.
Right. Oh, at the wrecking yard thing?
Yeah, the Freiburger one.
So if you watch Freiberg, he goes to this wrecking yard. Are they in Pocatello?
They're outside of Pocatello, I think.
Somewhere outside of Pocatello. I think American Falls.
I wasn't super impressed with them, but they might have a car.
So they have fields full of cars sitting there, and they're all in good shape. I mean, there are some that aren't, but for the most part, they might be one to call and ask.
They might ask $900 for a fender, but you know.
But for a car, they might not. So as we're looking here, I come out here and I was looking at Ryder's engine, and I noticed this little hillbilly stuff right here. Let me turn this thing around. So if I go right there, boom. Somebody fixed the water pump at one point, and they fixed it with bubble gum or some kind of a JB weld.
You should see how they fix the brakes.
So I guess he's gonna have to buy a water pump.
And
That'll be one thing you have to buy.
And an idler pulley.
Oh, is the idler pulley the same way?
It's broken on it.
Oh, okay.
It'll eventually give me a problem. It'll be fine, I'm sure, but
So this car has got the 862 heads on it,
which are small valve heads, I believe.
so he might want to put heads on it down the road
Or turbo it.
or turbo it and shove that fuel right in there. So I'm waiting for the okay to put the 6.0 into the 55 Chevy. That's what it should be, right there.
I'm thinking there's an okay for it.
Maybe that 6.0 with a turbo needs to go into that beast. So we're tearing that apart right now. I'm still working on it. Had to get the. Hold on, I feel a sneeze coming. Phew,
Bless you.
Phew.
Bless you.
Whew. Phew, man. All right, there we go. Whew. Watch out. All these fumes right here got me sneezing. But yeah, this is real complete, and it runs great. Won't run now. We kind of tore the gas tank out of it and lofted the bed off it. But
Well, you can just hook up a fuel line.
hook up the fuel line and fuel pump.
Put it in front-wheel drive mode.
Got the windows cleaned. Got the dash kind of cleaned off. Well, the dash is looking good. Needs a little bit of work left, but a little bit of rusty stuff there I got to get and scrub off. And I'll put a polish on it, but yeah, I'm kind of got the center horn button back in. The center horn button's cool on this. It's got a floating Indian in it, which is cool. Stock wheel or stock steering wheel. This is a rust-free car too, boy. It don't have much rust in it, but we figured this seat would have sold. Kind of bizarre because it is a freaking nice seat, and it's really rare because it doesn't have any rip in it. And the center console works, and it's not broke, which is another rare thing. That's not found much in these old trucks. Usually they're all broke and ripped up. But yeah, this one's pretty good. Now my nose is running after that big old sneeze from the Awesome. I sniffed too much of it. So don't do that. Let's see here. Let me turn you back around here. There we go. I didn't want you looking at the wall. Let's see, 305. Retro King, the Vortec, the Truth. Yeah, that's a 6.0. That thing should run pretty good. Rust Bucket Customs. The wagon is badass. Thank you. That wagon is cool. You know, I've owned it twice now. But now I'm going to actually put it together. There's not many of them Safaris around. A lot of Nomads around. But the old Pontiac Safari with the Nomad top on it is definitely different. Not a lot of those around. So we can't wait to get that one a running. I asked the question on Facebook, should I put that 6.0 in the 52 I have out there or put it in this? And then my dad said, hey, what about the 55? Since it's his 55, that he gave me. I think that thing with a 6.0 and a turbo on it would be pretty slick. I'd make all the purists mad taking a small block out of it. Let's see where we're at here. I think we're caught up. So again, we figured we were out here. We'd just do a quick live and do our little thing because we're getting ready to do some tires and we're getting parts and everything else. So that's kind of the plan. Anybody else have any good questions about what Ryder's doing over there on his 5.3? Because he's just working away.
I need to find a website that tells me what to take out.
Well, he says that he's done one on that cutlass he was talking about.
Yeah.
Complete wiring harness.
Does he have a website that tells you what ones to pull out, what numbers?
You'd say probably, man, that awesome got me. He said go to him and ask him. So at least, going to him and ask him, he'll at least let you know. So
Yeah.
let's see. Thanks for the chat and info. Got to go. Peace out.
Who's he leaving?
That's Rust Bucket Customs.
Okay.
Say see ya. See ya.
Later.
Later, Tater. So that's kind of what we got going today.
Like, I know I could pull the AC ones because I'm not going to use AC.
You're not going to use AC? You're never going to put AC in that Buick?
I might eventually.
All right. So you can leave it and not hook it up.
All right.
That's what I would do. Because if you plan on putting air conditioning in it at some point, you won't have to redo the harness for air conditioning.
Yeah.
Because it'll kick it up the motor when you turn the air conditioning on. And I think you can leave it in the harness and not plug it in.
All right.
So don't take that out. Because if you ever plan to put AC in it, which I would think you'd put AC in it, especially with this 5.0 in it, or 5.3.
I didn't know if the vintage air, if it...
Yeah, it still will kick on. Because it has to kick the compressor and all that.
So
Something's got to kick the air conditioner on.
Okay.
So you'll have to mate it to that.
Do I just use the same AC that came with the car then?
You could, if it'll mount in there.
Yeah. Or do I just get the vintage air kit and...
I'd probably do the vintage air kit. If
Yeah.
you got any questions about the AC in there, you guys are watching this right now, about the AC with the 5.3, he's putting in a 54 Buick. He's wondering about the AC because at some point he'll probably want to put AC in it. This thing's going to go in right as it is, just the 5.3. He's looking for a tranny in the rear end right now because it's got the
torque tube
type setup.
Dynaslow.
He's just going to put in a whole new rear end in it. So he's a fabricator and welder, so he can weld all that up pretty simply. And then I was telling him down the road he may put air conditioning. He might want to leave that in the harness. So if anybody has any ideas about that, if it switches over to the vintage air, it's been a while since I did it. Like Ryder was saying earlier, I'm kind of an OG modern engine swap. I did one early on when they first came out. I did a computer swap and a fuel injected swap and took an LT1 out of a Corvette back in 99. 99. Motor was 96. Motor was only like 3 or 4 years old at the time. Wasn't very old. It was out of a wrecked car. And then I took the computer and actually sent it off to Howell Industries out of Detroit, Michigan, or somewhere in Michigan. They sent me back a manual. I put a check engine light in it, put the little reader under the dash, and yeah, it was kind of cool. It worked out pretty well. It was in a 70 Chevy truck, 4-wheel drive, with air conditioning and power steering and 4-wheel disc brakes and 35-inch tall tires. And
You didn't keep that truck very long.
no, I bought a new truck. It was tough. Had 2 kids.
Yeah.
It had a regular cab truck. It would run like a new truck, but all 4 of us had to sit in the front seat.
Well, you could have put Hunter in the bed.
Yeah, I could have. So I decided to start wearing my new hat. That's the kind of hat I'm going to wear. It's going to be my go-to hat. Oh, let's see. Please clean your shop. That's actually what we're doing. Currently is what we're doing. So
Well, we cleaned it and then
we had it all cleaned
it.
up, and then we just made a giant mess. So yeah, we've had 2 cars have been tearing apart in here, and it is a freaking disaster. So yes, we are cleaning it, and you're right. We need to clean it some more. He just pulled all the harness out in the last couple hours, and now it's all over the floor. And now we're gonna clean some more. So that's what we're doing. Let's see, Classic Car Guy David, you must not have a shop. Must not. It gets dirty. It happens. I just had it 2 weeks ago. I had this place where you had every counter was vacant, everything was put away, could eat off the floor, and then within 2 weeks we made a giant disaster out of it. And then once we get this truck out of here, because we got that truck in a million pieces, then we'll be back to making it clean again. So
I found on lt1swap.com, they have it for the 99 to 02 Silverados, 4.8 5360s.
but LT1's not.
It's called lt1swap.com. He has a section for 99 to 02, 4.8, 5.3, 6.0.
Oh, okay.
It was the same video that guy sent me last night.
Yeah.
His is a Corvette engine he was doing. But there's
So he's an LS1 then.
yeah, he had LS1.
Yeah. These are Vortex. Same basic motor.
Yeah.
Let's see here. David must have. Okay. Tulu TV. Tulu's up. What's up, Tulu? Here we are. See, mine's blue. No, it's quite as blue as that. Not quite as blue as that
Buick.
Buick of yours. That's some of the baddest blue on the planet. Let's see here. It says, what's up, Flawless? Nice shop. Well, yeah, we were just talking about the shop, how dirty it was, how much crap is everywhere. We were in the midst of cleaning it and putting it back together, and he tore his harness up. So
I made it dirty again.
I mean, when I talk about we were just cleaning it, I mean, literally, we were just cleaning it. So we were just vacuuming it up. So, in fact, I got a bunch of dirt right here I got to get up. But there we go. There you go. Woo. Yep, so we're cleaning away. Believe it or not, it's a Valspar color. Wow. I believe it. You said it, I believe it. It's a good color. I keep saying it every time I see you because I love the color of it. I like the blues. I think the blues are pretty cool. I really like the blue on this car a lot, on the 55. Yeah. I like the blue on your Buick. So I'm really...
It's green.
What's that?
It's green.
It's green? No, not your Buick. I was talking about Tulu's Buick.
Oh.
Yeah, your Buick's green. Now the blue on this Pontiac's kind of cool too.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's a nice shade of white.
No, the dash. Go look at the dash.
I know.
So I cleaned the dash off the other day. Got it halfway cleaned up. Thank you. I truly appreciate it. You're welcome. You know, you did a good job of that. Everything you do out there is pretty cool. And again, thanks for putting me over the 1,000. You were the one. You guys right here that are watching right now, you know who you are. There was a good group of you right there. Put me over 1,000. I made it. Now I'm a YouTube partner. So what's up, YouTube partner? It was a big goal of mine to get to be a partner of YouTube. That was my first one. Now I want that little YouTube thing that you put it on the wall. What do they call that?
What?
What do they call that YouTube thing they put on the wall?
The play button?
The play button? Yeah, I need the play button. Now we're going for big money. Going for the play button. We're swinging for the fences.
You're like 1% of the way there.
Yeah, the blue looks good on older cars. It does. Congrats again on keeping growing. Yep. Thank you. We're all going for the play button. That's why I keep watching you and sharing your stuff. We want the play buttons. We got the 1,000 and the watch hours. Now we need the play buttons. We need a port right there. Boom, big play button. They won't be looking at the dirty stuff on the floor anymore. They'll be looking at the play button. Does that make us players? We got a play button? Ryder, does that make us players if we have a play button?
What?
Does that make us players if we have play buttons?
I guess so.
Oh, he's working on something. I keep interrupting him. I keep bugging him. Yeah, and again, anybody out there watching all these comments, go ahead and watch their channel. Go ahead and like and subscribe and do all that stuff. Everybody's working hard at putting these videos together, and we can learn things from each other, and people ask questions. We can talk about what we did. Like the best cleaner on the planet is from Dollar Tree. It's called Awesome. It cleans them up. This was a dirty mess, and it's like brand new. So, awesome, awesome, awesome. It's called LA Awesome, I think is what they call it. Oh, no, I'm wrong. It's called LA Totally Awesome. As seen on TV. Look at as seen on TV. And I haven't seen it on TV, but it's totally awesome. Hey, there you go. CCG. You should subscribe because CCG has a badass channel. That's what I think. So, if you want to be one of the cool kids, go to their channels. Why should I subscribe? Exactly, because it's a badass channel, and it helps us. And you get to see it when we come up. And if you like stuff, you can comment. We'll talk back. And you know, I just got here and haven't seen anything totally awesome. Oh, really? There's totally awesome. I mean, that's as totally awesome as it gets. Now you can't say that. And then Woody Wood. What's up, y'all? That's the Carter guy, Woody. And then Tulu Woody. Again, go look at Woody's stuff and then come back. Or stay, write it down, and then go back over there. And then go like their stuff because they are totally awesome. CCG and Tulu. Start with the roof, then look around. You mean to tell me that ain't cool? There you go. There you go. I got the bike. That's my wife's bike. That's our other beach cruisers. We got taxis. We got 55 Chevys. We got Pontiac Safaris. We got LS's. We got 6.0s. We got lots of work going on. And then we are totally awesome. They should do that. Like, I could be on The Price is Right. Totally awesome. They need any chubby old guys on The Price is Right. Today on The Price is Right. Totally awesome. For you to clean grease off your car. Again, I'm not a sponsor. I'm just telling you this stuff works good. And then what else we got, Ryder?
I don't know.
He's working hard. I keep interrupting him. I'm not working hard. I'm hardly working. I was working hard. Other than that, we got just nothing really happening here. Just cleaning. I even tried to sit. This thing's heavy. Even got the fuel pump out of there. Works good. Somebody needs that for their. Somebody needs that for their Silverado.
So
$15. It's all theirs.
they have the AC high pressure switch, cruise control switch, delete. They're having all those delete.
Oh, really? That'll work. You gonna put cruise control on it?
I don't know.
I'd put cruise control,
But I just don't know if it caused an issue with the computer trying to run it without having the.
I don't think it does.
Is that going to be an issue down the road?
I mean, classic car guy, what more do you need? What more do you need? That's another thing we can look at here real quick. WTF Mike, Jimmy, hey, well, WTF Mike's back.
Well,
Okay, man, everybody go see WT Mike.
hey,
WTF,
it's first wire cut,
what'd you do?
4-wheel drive.
Oh, he just cutting wires.
It's not 4-wheel drive anymore.
Nope, no more 4-wheel drive. No more 4-wheel drive. Now we got a mess going on again. We had it all cleaned up. But yeah, here's a neat thing on this car. Let me show you. A lot of people don't realize how close these are to Nomads. And they have the same exact tailgate and everything as a Nomad, and the same roof line, and the same ribs. It has these ribs in them all across here. But then we got the dash all cleaned up. Needs a little polish to it. But that's the original dash in there. Let's see here. It's looking good. It's not totally done yet, but for the first round, it does look pretty nice. I love the color. It's kind of a different color. I'll put a good shine on it here pretty quick. But like I said, I showed earlier, the steering wheel is really cool. That's the latest. And all this is just surface rust from where they sanded it. There's no rust in it, so it's just on the very surface. So I'm gonna have to come back in and clean it all up. Like I said, it's in good shape. And we put the chrome back inside the. So all the chrome's in the bed or in the. Put the seat down and we put all the chrome back in here, bumpers and all that, just so it's out of the way for now, because we're not going to get on this thing for probably another month, and then we'll be on that. Let's see, we go original color outside. Yeah, I'm going to go with the original color, which is the single color on this car, which is that Avalon blue, which is an odd color in itself, and it is a one color car. So that's what the odd part about this car is. It's a one color car. So Pontiac Safaris came standard in '56 as a two-tone car, and most of them were blue with the white top. That was a pretty common number. But with it being a one color car, I'm going to go back with the one color. I actually was thinking of pearl white, and I was thinking of a kind of an off-color blue that I really like, Tulu, kind of like that color. But I am going to go with the original color because the value of it, it still has original seats in it, which is just amazing. They're still there, and they're in fairly good shape. But this is, for the most part, a second owner car, from what I understand. So, yeah, he's hard at work here. He's got a big old mess of wiring loom and wires.
First wire goes to this one.
There you go. There's lots of wires going on there. That's what he's doing, and I'm bugging him out here, going live. We're gonna go live here a little while longer, so. Oh, that looks like a Camaro beige. Actually, it's just a primer, and it's just
Air
old.
pump. That's smog, isn't it?
What's that now?
Air pump.
You don't need a smog pump.
Air pump.
Yeah, that's smog
right?
pump.
Yeah.
Yep, you don't need that. I wouldn't think you need that.
No, he has it highlighted.
So he's going to be a wirer. It's pretty cool doing all this himself. Hopefully it runs.
Yeah. Well, the problem, the thing is, if it doesn't run, I just go buy one from Andy.
Yeah, that's true, huh? Yep. I don't know what he charges to program the computer on it. You got to find out from him.
Yeah.
And that guy is sharp as a tack. So if anybody needs LS stuff, LSX Specialties, he's the man. That's who's going to do all my stuff. I'm not going to mess with it like this. So I'm going to do a new harness and just put it in. And that's who's going to do mine at some point. But, yeah, that car is gone now. That one right there. No more. Down in Southern California. It's actually on a classic car lot. That's what ended up happening with it. They bought it from me, and then now it's on a car lot, which is going to be good for somebody. Somebody will get a neat car. We really liked that car, enjoyed it. It was a fun car. Going to miss it, but that's the way it goes. They're going to CCG wrap it. Hey, let's see, Tula TV. Hey, do you know where I can get all of the drip rail pieces for my car? I don't know where you can get the drip rail stuff. I would not have a clue with that. I think eBay is probably going to be your best bet. That's usually where you find stuff you can't find. You usually find it on eBay. Yeah, what are yours, your car? I worked at the dealership back there with the Buicks and the Pontiacs, GMC trucks back in the 80s and early 90s, and those are in my wheelhouse. We worked on those a lot. Did a lot of brake jobs, changed a lot of oils, did a lot of burnouts in them. Yeah, no, those were something we worked on constantly. They were good cars. Let's see, 85. Tulu's got an 85. honest, I don't know where you get that drip drill for that. Oh man, I think I'm gonna sneeze again. Holy smokes. Too much awesome. Too much awesome. Achoo! Woo! Achoo! Achoo! Wow. Man. That awesome got me. All right, well, we're approaching the hour here. It's a plain wriggle, right? Not a special trim, package, or nothing like that. Limited, okay. Bless you, thank you. Yeah, I was spraying this awesome. I had it right over the top of it. Now it got me all clogged up. So I guess I'll be sneezing for a little while. It'll go away. I should have probably not done that. Oh well. But thank you. Hey, now Tulu, does that have the turbocharged V6 in it, the 3.8? And Lilia Kuryankin says hi. Said hi. Hey, I probably did not pronounce that even close to right. What's up? I found a few places, but none of those pieces. I'm thinking eBay. eBay will probably be your best bet. Just the base 3.0, 3.8, I mean 3.8, yeah, just the base 3.8. Yeah, I'd look at those turbos. Look at the turbo. Your Facebook stuff's popping up.
What's
your YouTube stuff's popping up about stripping wires.
What?
There was a bunch of flawless fabrication stuff saying.
What about it?
You're stripping wires? Did you post something?
Yeah, I posted something a while ago.
Oh, okay, it just popped up. Hey, just found the channel and subscribe. Woo! That's WTF is Kevin doing. Thank you for the subscription on that. Thank you for hitting the sub. Appreciate that. Hope you like what we do. Go look at all the videos and all that good stuff. Make sure and comment and all that. And I love the comments because I can get right back to you and let you know whatever you're asking, or, you know, I love the suggestions and all that. It really helps. I always said the guy that doesn't take suggestions is a fool. Have you tried 1000 steel wool with the Rain-X on your windows? We have not. Oh, it's Keith Hill. Keith Hill's on. I have
Nice.
not. I haven't gotten that far yet. We just got things kind of moved around. I just put some awesome on the windows and cleaned up the main muck on them, you know. I guess I'm saving it for later. But no, we have not done that. That will be happening pretty soon. What we were talking about earlier while we got on here is we got a bunch of tools today. So we're going to do our own, well, hey, let's ask that. People that are on there right now, what is this? It's made by Gear Wrench. There we go. Let's see, right there. There you go. Got a little hammer on one side. It's got a little thing on the other. What is that for? Look at that. Look at that bad boy. So what's that for? We got one of those. I'll give you a hint what that's for. Got one of those. Wheel weight tire tool. Of course Keith Hill knows. I had no doubt he wouldn't. Clamp remover. Yep. Well, that's it's for the tire weights, because we're going to mount and balance our own tires come this weekend. We're going to do a video on it, and I ordered all the stuff to do it, including the tires. I was getting sticker shocked at putting tires on that 52, and I said I can do it myself. So we got a box of wheel weights. We got the tire lube. We're good to go. And we got today showed up all the valve sims and the little tool to pull them on. Let's see here. WTF is Kevin doing? He retracted a message. Dang it. What was it? Must have been good. Welcome in, Kevin. What WTF Mike said. Let's see here. Classic car guy. And remove them. Yep. Required in junkyard toolbox. Yeah, exactly. Isn't that the truth? Look, that's a nice tool. Look at that. That's to pull those on. You know, they got the little notches in them. So when you, what you do with these things, most of you guys that are following me know exactly, but there might be somebody out here watching. So you put those on there, you pull it through the rim, you screw them on like so, and you screw it all the way on so you don't strip the thread, and then it goes through the rim, and these little lips, these little hooks, hopefully hook on the metal wheel, and you just go boop, and pull them in, and then you unscrew them. And now, you have brand new valve stems. I was going to go with the metal, but they were kind of expensive, and I don't have trim rings on what I'm running. So I went with the rubbers because they were like $9 for all this. And they're high quality stuff. I mean, they are really high quality. They're made in China. And it also comes with the remover tools, you know, for the valve stem. It's a pretty neat little deal. That little one at the bottom. I don't know how many valve stems in there, but it's a lot. So that is what we're doing. So the tire changer should be here tomorrow, according to your local Amazon. So I ordered that with the duck bill and we're gonna put the duck bill on, the mechanical change of the manual one. And we're gonna do tires. Tires will be here on Friday. I ended up doing the white walls, but I didn't do the big 3-inch ones. I did like the 2-inch ones, the smaller ones. Let's see, I've missed a bunch of stuff. Wheel weights for tire tools, yep. Clamp remover, yep, okay. To put old school weights on the rims, that's it. CCG knows. And to remove them exactly, required all junkyard toolboxes, that's right, Keith. WTF is Kevin doing. Chevy 4.7, crank, no start. Changed all electronic components and sensors, getting air, spark, and gas. So if you got air, spark, and gas, that leaves compression. You got to have compression. And it could be timing. You know, a lot of times it'll be out of time. Very common to be out of time. Jump a tooth on a timing chain. Something's not creating some kind of compression. And it can easily be out of time or a mechanical issue. So that's what we're up against at this point. What you can do is run a compression check. See if you got, and you can do it with your finger. I mean, just put your finger over, see if it's making compression. That's a quick way. You can also pull a valve cover, watch when they open and close, and the timing marks. Just go slow, watch when the intake closes. As soon as that intake's fully closed, that timing mark should be hitting real close. That'll get you close to get it running. Is it gonna make 500 horsepower doing stuff like that? Nope, but it will get you real close. So double check that. Make sure that intake valve is just closing, and just as that intake valve closed, both valves should be closed. That timer mark should be straight up. That'll get you close. There's 100 different reasons. The balancer could be moved. All that could happen. You could have every bit of that. But either you got gas, fuel, spark, got to have compression. And then the thing will go bang. Let's see. WTF Kevin's doing. Hey, Mike. Rapson, Olivia Ria, Brazil. Hey, Brazil, what's happening from Brazil? Awesome info, thanks. I wish I could push like again. You're good. Go to some of the other guys that push likes that are on these making comments. Let's spread the love around. Keep me posted on it. I want to hear what happened with it. Hey, how's your day? Indy Novity, little Darren. Well, our day's great, amazing. We're having a great day. Keith Hill, St. Petersburg, Florida, USA. That's very cool. All the way to Florida. As everybody here probably knows, I've had all these guys before. They all know I'm in Idaho. I'm in north central Idaho, right there on the Camas Prairie. Interesting story about the Camas Prairie. Back in the 1800s, they made a big Indian reservation. And Americans found gold. And so what happened then? The Americans took it back from the natives and put on settlers and put in railroads and all that stuff, and then give it back to the natives. Typical American government. Found something we wanted, took it from them. I guess that's where they get the old saying, Indian giver, I don't know. That's where we are, right there on the prairie. So little Darren, I found you on your channel one night. I'm here in southern Idaho. I love southern Idaho. That's a growing place there, that's for sure. Southern Idaho's booming. 70 degrees and the beach today was not 70 degrees here. In fact, let me show you what it's like here. We're in an insulated shop, and the heater's been going all day, and so that's what we got going on right now. That's why my sniffles are sniffling probably. Yep. So we are, and then he has got a mess. Now he's a mess maker. He's got my tools on the floor. He's got wiring harnesses everywhere, but he's got it all stripped and he's going through all the wires. Well, that's what he's got going. That's what he's doing. Let's see. No shit. I moved here from California. Had to get out of that dumb place. I'm from California myself. I'm a transplant also. In fact, I asked my neighbor on my house, I said, hey, when is it going to be my house? Because he referred to it, I won't talk about the name, but he referred to it, Joe. Let's just use Joe. He called, that's Joe's house. I said, when does it become my house? And he says, well, maybe your grandkids can claim it. So yeah, but he's a great guy. We have great neighbors here. I love my neighbors. Very fortunate to found this place and very fortunate to have the neighborhood we're in, and not really neighborhood, but the property we're on with our neighbors.
So there's a lot of wires that are AC, low oil, fuel. I think those got to go bye-bye. I think it's not going to let it run.
If what now?
I think those wires got to go bye-bye or it's not going to run.
Well, I don't know. So
because this the ones they're telling me to cut.
Okay.
So
the worst that'll happen is you have to buy a whole new harness from.
Yeah.
It's only a $750 issue.
Yeah.
Not the end of the world.
Because if I don't cut those and it's registering low oil, it's not going to run. Or low fuel pressure, you know?
Right, right.
So I think those ones got to go bye-bye.
Probably do. Most of us are American except, CCG. He's in a communist country over there. What part? I don't know who you're asking what part, but I'm from, like I said, north central Idaho. I'll watch the replays later, but what is in the shop car-wise? Okay, so car-wise. Oh, and by the way, he's asking, I'm from Sacramento. I just subscribed to your channel. I was born and raised in Sacramento. I actually was born at Sudbury Memorial Hospital in Sacramento. That's where my family's from. Well, we're Greek, but that's where we all went to, and my dad's from there and all that. So, yep, know Sacramento well. Went to college there. In fact, I got one of these things I'll show you here. I got that there from American River College. If you're from Sacramento, you've heard of that. It says American River College right there. American River. I graduated. So right we have here is we're working on this 2006 Silverado, and I bought it, and I'm stripping it, pulling it all apart. Sold the rear end, sold the bed, sold the door, sold the hood, sold all the stuff. We're going to sell the seat, steering column, all that, because that 6.0 is going to go in my Safari or my 52 Chevy. The 52 Chevy's still on the trailer out there because it's got flats, can't really get it off into here. But then I sold my wagon, which is kind of a famous wagon over the years, and I bought a Pontiac Safari. That Pontiac Safari, I've owned it before. I bought it back from the guy I sold it to. So basically, I'm the second owner of this car. He owned it for in-between time for about 12 years. So it has 3 owners, and I've owned it twice. So that's the old Pontiac, and we're just starting to clean it up here and get it. It's rust free. Floors are solid, doesn't have any real rust, just from where they sanded it and it's just been sitting, but it's all smooth coming out, just discolored. It'll all look good underneath. And then so we're cleaning the dash up and gonna get it back on the road. Probably gonna have the 6.0 in this, but I'm having a little debate which one do I put that 6.0 in. But it has all the chrome for it. Just needs to be cleaned up and done. That's what we're gonna do there. And then I have my dad gave me this 55 Chevy. And there's my 55 Chevy. 2-door post car with a stroker motor in it. So it's been down the drag strip quite a few times. Oh, we opened the door today. Yeah, there we go. It's a beautiful car. I always forget how clean this car is. So it's cool. I really like this car. This is my fave. Hard to beat a 55 Chevy 2-door post car. But yeah, definitely a classic car guy. Definitely a classic car guy. So let me catch up on some of these questions here. So let's see here. McClatchy, I can't spell McClatchy. So my uncle went to McClatchy, my dad went to Sac, my mom went to Sac. And one of my bestest friends, the one that I went to college with, who I'm still tight with, and hopefully he's watching this right now, Mike, he went to McClatchy. A lot of friends went to McClatchy. So let's see. I was actually at La Sierra until it closed. Then went to Rio Americana. Let's see here. Awesome. Super clean. Yeah, that 55 is super clean car. Yes, it's a beautiful car. That's classic car guy. Sending love from Portland. Kareem, what's up, Portland? So that car right there, let me see if my fingers work right. There, that car, backwards in the camera. That Safari spent just outside of Portland. It was there for about 12 years, in between me owning it, which was out of Sacramento. That thing come out of Grass Valley. Hey, let me show you a Sacramento thing on that. Let me show you something. This gentleman worked there, and he was a military guy. And I thought this was really cool. In fact, I'm going to leave it on the bumper because it is cool. Let me flip this around. But yeah, he's. Let's see if I can get this thing turned around here. All this technical stuff. But let me get it going here. Bear with me. Bear with me. We're having difficulties. There it is. There it is. See if you recognize that. That's pretty cool. How often do you do a valve checks? Depends what you have, but yeah, if you have solid lifter, you do them all the time, especially the way I run things. Let's see, thoughts on a 63 Oldsmobile 98. Those are cool. I think they're cool cars. I think they're really cool cars. In fact, the guy I bought this car off of, he's an Oldsmobile guy, and I bought the Safari off. He had a 55 Oldsmobile. And then that's, this was his dad's, and so he's like, well, do I need all these cars, And it just wasn't getting restored. So that's when I picked it up off him. So, little Darren. So I have a 2003 Chevy Suburban with the 327 that I had custom built in 2022. I have a small oil leak. I am not sure if it is the rear main or could it be the sensor leaking. The Suburban is mint. Okay, so these things are kind of known for this little sensor back here. We can show you on this thing right here because we have one out. They leak oil from up here. But it could be the main.
It was a pig.
They got a one-piece main in them. But there's also oil up on top here. You're just going to have to trace it down. It could be any of what you said.
You only need the one O2 sensor, don't you?
What's that?
You only need the one O2 sensor on the fronts.
I didn't hear you.
You don't need the rear O2 sensors.
No, because you're not running catalytic converter. No rear O2 sensors.
So it's safe to pull those rear ones in.
Yeah. Wow, I have a 58 Bridgestone motorcycle. Came from the same place, the same stickers. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the cam. That's what I figured you were talking about, the cam. I checked the oil pressure. Okay, so it's not doing that. You know, the other place you might check, if you might have on those, on the Suburbans, they have oil cooler lines. And it could be off the oil cooler line, which is down. Let's see. Let's see if I can work this thing. Yeah, there's the oil cooler line right there.
Mine didn't have one.
Yours didn't have none,
I never took anything off right there, I just realized.
huh? So this truck has an oil cooler line. So this truck over here has an oil cooler line. And it could definitely be coming off those. That's something I would look at, especially since they just redid it. So, but this thing here, this freaking thing is. But the oil cooler line goes right down in there on this truck, and it comes right up through here. You can see it's all nasty looking. So, and the truck doesn't have any rust on it, but that thing's all crusty looking. But yeah, they get crusty and old. And they're right down in there, and they're right over by the oil filter. So I would definitely look at that. I'd be suspect of that for sure. Let's see if I can get this thing spun around. There we go. Let's see here. It's okay, never have to change the oil that way. Just keep adding. There you go. Hey, you just do with what you got. That's how you do. Get it to go. Yeah, man, this is the thing, cammed, and sounds really good. I really pleased with the build, and that's what I'd probably look at. So if all the builds put together, most of these LS type base motors, they let me grab a chair here. So most of the LS base motors, let me turn it around. Yeah, most of the LS base motors are all O-ring. They don't really leak. So I would definitely I would go for that oil. See if you have the oil what do you call it? Oil cooler on there. It's not leaking bad, but I hate oil leaks. Oil leaks suck. I agree with that. I think we checked the cooler lines. That I keep adding, okay. Yeah, and WTF Mike says, yeah, the oil pressure's up top too. So that's a very common spot on those. In fact, they always go out. Usually if it's leaking, it's going to go out. You know, usually they don't work. Same time they leak, they don't work. But if it's working, that might not be the thing. Cam position sensor, you know, all those are a thing. So you're just going to have to keep hunting it down. Just keep looking and looking. You'll find it. Let's just hope it's not that one piece rear main where you got to separate it. That would suck.
What?
The oil leak he's got.
Oh, yeah.
But the good thing is it sounds good. It runs good. That's the good thing. And like CCG said, just add more oil. It'll be fine. I would say throw a newspaper under, but we don't have newspapers anymore. Do they have newspapers anymore? I don't think they do. Well, I think it's almost past my bedtime here. I was told that if the cam sensor were leaking, it could give the illusion that it is a rear main. Yeah, you know, because it's right there. It's definitely right there. I had a motor that was, I didn't know where the oil leak was coming from, and it was the rear main. So it was coming off the starter, of all places. I thought it was coming out of the back of the head, changed the valve covers, and did all sorts of stuff. Turned out to be the freaking rear main. Just a cheap rear main in it, and put another one in it, and cured the problem. So yeah, absolutely. You know, oil finds a weird way of crawling all over the motor, and you're like sure where it's coming from, and that ain't it. I know that for a fact. When I worked at the dealership, we actually had a dye. I don't even know if they make the dye anymore, but we'd put the dye in it, and we'd run that thing, have it idle out in the parking lot or drive it up the road, and then we come back with a black light, and then we can find it. Let's see here. Kermig's, is that a Belair? That is not a Belair. That is a 55 Chevrolet 210 Post. Most people think it's a Belair, but it is a 210. 210 doesn't have this one doesn't have the chrome around the window like right in here. That's just painted. It has the same chrome here, and then the Belair has to have a front spear chrome. Where I got the cover was supposed to be put on, it's just kind of hanging over the side there. There's another piece of chrome that goes there, and it has the Belair trim tags. It says Belair on it. This is actually a Del Rey, a 210 Del Rey. It had Del Rey interior in it at one time. It's had new interior since then. But yeah, that's it. And then it would say Belair over here. This just says Chevrolet in here. But yeah, that's it. That's the car. Got a clean headliner, and it's a neat car. It's a neat car. Dash never been painted. So yeah, it's well done. Oh, I have a question. Does anybody know what that is? Hey, what is that? What's that? What's that for? Anybody know? Let's see, old cars. They were built to last. That's for sure. They're cool. Oh, that car is beautiful. Thank you. I really like the car. It was my dad's. He's still with us, and hopefully he's watching. He's got a really, really sick freaking Nomad. This has got another chrome on it too here at the bottom, which is not really typical for the 150s. And it has Caltrack bars, which I need to do a video on Caltrack bars. And it's got Mickey Thompson street slicks on it. They're DOT approved, but they're sticky. 275 60s. This car runs 1.6 60 foot times. It's pretty strong out of the hole. Let's see. Funny story about construction heater like yours, only dual fuel. Vietnamese friends taught me a 4-gallon diesel fuel, 1 gallon of gasoline equals no black soot balls. Huh? That's interesting. Keith Hill always does all the fun stuff. Keep mice out. Exactly there, WTF Mike. Keeps the mice out. I put in all the cars here. We don't really have a mice problem. We'll catch them occasionally here. I have traps all over the shop because I don't do mice very well. What's the plan to the hot rod or a gasser? Which one are we talking about? Are we talking about the 52 Chevy outside, or are we talking about the Pontiac? Because I've been talking a lot about the 52 Chevy I just picked up. It's on the trailer out there. It's not in the shop yet. It'll be in the shop next about the end of the week probably. Funny part is I walked into a shop there and they had a pig head on a string roasting it on the heater. That's funny. Hey, dinner and work, and that's pretty good. I think my Suburban might give my Corvette a run for its money. That's pretty good. What kind of Corvette do you have? The 52. So the 52 is not going to be a gasser. So what I'm going to do with the 52 is I'm struggling not to put the 6.0 in there. So the original plan for the 52 is to get it running. I'm going to go through the brakes. I'm going to get that motor unseized and get it running. And I'm going to get it on the road. Put tires on it and just clean up the paint. And then it'll be bone stock. And I'm going to do a lot of videos on it. That's the plan with that. But that being said, if you know me, I say one thing and do 10 others. So will it be a gasser? I freaking love gassers. So I was talking about turning this car into a gasser pretty heavily, and that may still happen at some point. But this thing is a bullet down the freaking drag strip and down the road, and I hate to screw it up because it does run and handle so nicely. But yeah, that's going to be mainly a stock car. I'm going to lower it. There's the only thing I'm going to do to it. I'll put it down. I want it down on the ground a little bit. I don't like it when they sit up so high. But not going to be a gasser. It'd be a cool gasser, though. It'd be a really cool gasser. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, and then when I get it done, will the 6.0 go in it? I put it actually on YouTube today. Should I put that 6.0 on? I did a short. Me and Ryder were screwing around down here in the shop, and I put a short out. 97. I was like, are you throwing me off here? 97 C5 limited edition. So C5 is actually my favorite Corvette of all times. Before I bought that, I was going to buy a C5 Corvette. I just freaking love them things. They haul ass. They do everything well. They don't hold people in the back seat very well, but they do everything else pretty well. A Suburban had 550 plus horsepower. The Vet stock is 350. I think, wow. Well, if it's running with a Corvette, it's pretty stout. Because those things out of the box run, I mean, they're a 13-cent car right out of the gate. Big blocks rule. My small block has a blower on it, so I think it's a big block. Yeah, any kind of forced induction will do that to you. It puts more of it in the cylinder for sure. Yeah, this is a small block car. It's an aluminum-headed roller stroker motor. It runs pretty good. I'll keep you in mind. Decide to sell it. Okay, keep me in mind.
I know the 409 that'll be for sale soon.
I don't know if I have all the money for it, but definitely keep me in mind. Because you never know. As soon as I get money, it goes away. It comes and goes with me. And then Ryder's going to sell his 409. Anybody want to buy a 409? 30,000 is over 409, in good shape. The Suburban gets about 19 miles a gallon average if I don't get on it here. You know, that's the amazing thing about these LS-based motors. They do pretty well fuel economy. And they have tons of power. They're hard to beat. They really are. I mean, other than they're called the ugly motor.
Oh, the LSs?
LSs. They're ugly, but, you know, golly, they sure work good.
They call them the ugly motor because they mad they don't have one.
What's the Ultra Suburban Lingenfelter or something? He was talking about he had a motor built for it, is what he was saying. And I guess it's about 500 horsepower of pure freaking beast. The Vet had 59,000 miles on it. Wow, that's a low mileage car. That's cool. It's just low enough where it's low mileage, but just high enough where it hasn't just been totally sitting. That's the sweet spot. They say anything between 50 and like 80,000 is the sweet spot. You want to find the cars there. They get enough movement that everything kind of still works, but they're not worn out. What color is that Corvette? Is it a 6-speed car or is it an automatic? Well, Ryder, you have anything else to add?
This is going to take a while.
So that's going to take a while. Going to take a while. With that kind of mileage, it's probably worth, I would say, under 20, but over 15 for the year. If it was a 2002 and newer, it'd be worth over 20. So the little older Vets have some, and they're not problems. It's just internet problems. You know, I hate when they do that because what's happened is the brakes on those things. If you have to get a brake rebuild, it's like $1,500 to get it done because of the module in them has a big problem. They don't make one, so you have to buy another used one. You pay $1,500, no warranty, and if you don't want analog brakes, it's not a problem. They just internet irritates me sometimes, but
All the experts?
so yeah, with all the experts, but yeah, when I was going to buy one, I actually found a 2002 for 18.5 is what he was asking, and it had 34,000 miles on it. But you know, the blue's a big deal, and the 6-speed's a big deal. That thing's only going up, so I would go nowhere near 15. I would say it's you know, being the blue and let me rethink that. Being the blue with the 6-speed, probably low 20s. Let's see here. Yeah, that blue and 6-speed, it's in the 20s. The only thing that's hurting it is the year. And that's only because the internet gurus crying about stuff. V10, stretch small block, that thinks it's a big block. Yeah, that's true. Let's see, little Deron. My vehicles are garage kept. They all look like new. Yeah, so it's. Should I hang on to it for a bit, and will it increase in value? It'll 100% increase in value. I would personally hang on to it. I was going to put one right here in this shop. They're hard to beat. That C5 is. It already hit rock bottom. It's coming back up. You know, there was a time when that car was probably worth under 15 a few years ago. I've had 5 Corvettes, so I've had a few. And I watch Corvettes pretty heavily. I haven't watched them in the last probably month, but because I've been on other things. But yeah, it's the wrong time of year. We're getting another month. It'll start increasing in value again. Corvettes are funny. They don't sell in the wintertime. So I'm giving you kind of wintertime dollars for it. Again, I would say low 20s would be a fair price. I think it would sell for that. Like I said, it has a sweet spot on the mileage. I would absolutely hang on to it. That's what I would do. Unless you need the cash for to move on to something else. Like I sold my wagon to buy a Safari on the 52. So I wanted a 2-car deal, and that's what I did. So I had a dealer call me in 2016, offered me $35,000. I was not ready to sell. Wow. So that was pretty high because they weren't going for a lot then. That's when they were starting to fall off. So about 2015 is when those C5s started to take a pretty big hit. By 2020, obviously COVID affected a little bit, but they kind of fell out of favor a little bit. They got dated, I would say. I don't think they're a dated car. I think that's one car that will never be dated. Not like the C4. C4 is a pretty dated deal. So call the dealer back. Tell him you'll take 34. But, you know, the C5 is definitely my favorite. Especially in that blue. That blue is definitely a popular color. I like the yellow. The other one I like is the pewter color, which is the same color as that truck. I love those pewter colored Corvettes with the black windows and everything. They look really sharp. The blue is definitely sharp. Oh, yeah, that sucks. I hate to hear that. Sorry to hear that. The vision thing's not good. Yep. So my guess is low 20s, and I'm just being as honest as I can be and as fair as I can be with it. So I think it sells in the 20s. It'll sell right away under 20. But again, just go on Facebook Marketplace and look at them, compare what you got, and don't just look in your area. Look all over because people will put those cars on a shipper, no doubt about it. They'll ship them, no doubt. What are you going to use for gauges in the wagon? Dakota Digital, not cheap. I don't know yet. You know, I have all the stock gauges in there. Some way I would like to get that. Some way I'd like to get that stock setup working in behind there. I might just use that single panel and build a fold up for it. You know, the single panel with all the gauges on it. Again, that's not a cheat, but it works for it with the LS. That's probably what I'll do. I see most of the guys leave the dashes alone and the single panel with all the gauges on it. The car smells like new on the inside. Yeah, that thing's cool. That's a cool car. And if you describe it that way, a lot of it's going to be, oh yeah, Kelly Blue Book's lost. They don't know. They're way off on that car. Like I said, an honest assessment of it without actually seeing it, you know, just what you're telling me on it. And like I said, I do know Corvettes. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about them. I know them inside and out. In fact, the other Corvette I was going to buy was a Z06. It was a 2001 Z06 when they first come out with the 185 horsepower one. And he was going to be at 22 for it, and it was a 53,000 mile, 52,000 I think it was, car. So, and the Z06 is going to bring a little more money than that. But you got the 6-speed, so you got the right color in the 6-speed. That's a big deal to people. I'm glad we found this channel. We're both from Sacktown, LOL. How close are you to Boise? I'm not very close. 230 miles north. We're right where Oregon, Idaho, and Washington come together in Cottonwood, Idaho. I'm in Twin. Yeah, I used to go through Twin Falls all the time when I used to go hunt. Oh, you got more wire going, Ryder?
That's part of that's the pink wires on the O2 sensors both gone.
All right. Look at you. You're becoming quite the wirer. You're going to have this thing done in no time.
Yeah, baby. Next winter I can drive the car.
You'll be driving it by next week. Now we just got to find you a transmission.
Transmission or rear end.
Back to Twin Falls. Yeah, I've been through Twin Falls a lot. I used to go to Sports Warehouse, buy our deer tags there, and we'd always buy a new jacket or, something we didn't need. We used to stay there. A 7-hour drive. I think I would be pushing it, yeah. Probably a little less. I would say it's probably more like 5 to 6. Yeah, we're not down in that southern Idaho much. We cut across over towards Reno. We go through Burns, Oregon, that direction. We get to Ontario and we go west up through 395 down that direction into Reno. It's different living in a small town coming from Sacramento. So I had the pleasure of living in the Sierra Nevadas. So even though I grew up in Sacramento, at a younger age, I moved up to the Sierra Nevadas and lived up in the Sierras. So I was just north of Reno, up in the Sierras. So I'm real. In fact, when I got here, I was like, "Woo, look at this! They got gas stations." And so, to me, it's not. It hasn't been a big deal.
I lived on the Oregon coast too.
Yeah, I live on the North Coast.
Talk about isolated.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been isolated before. But I guess from Sacramento, sure, it's definitely different. No doubt. A little different winters too. I am actually a former professional musician. That's cool. That's really cool. And what instruments did you play, or do you still play? What instruments do you play? And professional musician, how cool is that? I'm a professional listener of music, and I have a guitar. Can't play it very well. Well, I think we're going to wrap this up there, Ryder.
Nice.
A Hammond B3 organ and a piano for classical sound band. Oh, that's cool. Soul music, that's really cool. That's freaking awesome. My cousin still has my piano. I'm still mad at her for that. It was our great-grandparents. She stole it. I talked to her today. I forgot to tell her she stole my piano. She can play the piano, but she stole it from me. Took it from my great-grandparents. It was mine. I'm still mad at her over, 50-something years later. All right, we're going to wrap it up. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for the questions, and go like and subscribe. Go to old Flawless Fabrication, because that's him right there. So he did a live earlier today. Make sure you go to his stuff, because he does a bunch of fabricating. He builds all sorts of stuff. Of course, he's doing LS-type stuff now.
Flawless Electrical now.
Flawless Electrical, but yeah, Flawless Fabrication. Have you heard of a guy named Johnny Hartzman from Sacramento? I have not. Grew up with a dozen James boys in the Kansas City related to James gang. Any relationship? Keep stringing those wires. They're Just keep stringing those wires there, man. All right, well, I'm glad I found somebody local that's from Sacramento. There he goes. He's stringing away. And go Idaho, it's all gone. Look
So
at
this
that
is going to be a
mess.
problem right here.
We got kind of a mess going on here.
Yeah. But so this is a ground wire I got to get rid of.
Yeah?
It's in this mess right here with all these other grounds.
Oh,
And there's another one like that for the O2 on this side.
okay.
So I'm going to have to figure that one out. I'm going to leave those alone for now.
Yeah.
Do a little bit more YouTubing.
So I grew up, so I was originally from South Sacramento, but then when I was a kid, we moved to where Watt Avenue and Folsom come together and La Riviera Drive. Right there. In fact, Highway 50 used to end right there into Folsom Boulevard, and I used to ride my bike right down there. A bunch of smart asses over there. I love it. Ha ha ha. I know it well. Yep, that's right. That's where I lived. That's where I grew up. Bought my first car. In fact, I bought my first car. We were going to Cal Worthington Chevrolet there on Florin Road, and then I found my 71 Nova there in a little coffee shop right next door. It was their park, so. Been here since 2004. You've been here for a while. So we've only been in Idaho since 2022? 2021? 2021, right?
End of 21, beginning of
Yeah.
22 is when you guys got here. Or were you guys here for my first Christmas?
Yeah. Go see Cal. That's right. We went to look at some Camaros he had, and they were all junkers. Good luck, guys. Like before you go. Yep, exactly. Like before you go. Everybody do that. Everybody go see
Subscribe.
everybody on here. If you've been commenting, go see their. If you're not commenting, then go see the people that've been commenting. Go like and subscribe their stuff. Go check out all their stuff.
Make sure to watch the content.
Yeah, the old.
Ooh, we got a broken wire right here,
Worthington.
exposed.
Hey, you're pumping propane.
Yeah.
I can smell it. It's gagging me. All right, so before we all get propane poisoning here, my nose is all running from it. Woo.
We got a cut in the wire.
Yeah. Oh, you do, huh?
Yeah.
Did you cut it?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Is it just a broke?
Yeah, I'm hoping it's something I delete.
Yeah. Oh. Is that the wire there?
No.
Oh. Okay, well, say goodbye.
Goodbye. So long.
Thanks, man. Have a good one. Okay. Fix that damn wire there, man. Sorry, I'm a smart ass. Oh, we're all good with that shit.
Is that Mike?
No, this is Little Daron.
Oh, little Daron.
Little Daron. The musician from Idaho, from Sacramento.
Okay.
He's my people.
Nice. Does he like Chevy Novas too?
I don't know. He has a Corvette, though. That's a cool C5.
Oh yeah, you guys are gonna be like little twins.
I know, you know how I like them C5 Corvettes. All right.
Does his wife collect chickens too?
I don't know. All right. Wave goodbye. Bye.
Bye.
I'm only 5 foot, man. Give me a break. Bye. You're good. We're not very tall either. Well, Ryder is, but not me.